Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but I've been doing a few extras here and there as well. But I hope you're doing very well today. So today's video, I'm going to be doing another review on the Beauty Bay Midnight palette. This is just absolutely beautiful. I really enjoyed my first review, so I thought, you know what, we'll sit down, do an extra little video and just do another eye look with this and play with some more of the shades that we haven't had a chance to play with yet. But without further ado, I really hope you all enjoy this video. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave me a lovely little comment in that comment section down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. But without further ado, let's get straight on with today's video. As I said, I've already done a review on this product. I did it literally the day that I got it. I got it next day delivery as soon as it was released. And I absolutely love this product so much. So I want to do another one. So for those of you that didn't see my original video, this is what the palette looks like. It is the Midnight Beauty Bay palette and it is beautiful. I also want to mention, if I do look any different, I did a full face of makeup today using products I would not buy again. So my makeup isn't as it normally is. Also my eyebrows, I literally hate my eyebrows today. I do need to redo them, but I've not had time between filming videos. So this is literally just what it looks like at the moment. That video will be coming out soon for you guys. This one will be coming out first though. But this is what the palette looks like. When I open it up, it has the most beautiful colour story ever. Look at that. It is absolutely stunning. I'm such a big fan of all the colours in here. I love the purples, I love the blues. This is the look we've already done and I really like it, but I want to play with some of those purple tones a little bit more because I feel like I didn't get to use the full range of colours in this palette. So that's why we're doing today's video. I have already primed my eyes, I've got the rest of my makeup on, I've already primed my eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom you guys in and I'm going to get my eye stencil on, my eye sticker on. I absolutely love them. I got them from Amazon. I've not stopped talking about them since I've got them, but they just up my makeup game like next level. It's so good. But yeah, I'm going to get that on, zoom you guys in, and we're going to get started. We are now ready to get started with this look, so I'm so excited. Like I said, I'm going to go in with more of the purple tones today, so focusing more on this top half of the palette. And the first shade that I want to go in with is this beautiful shade here called Catch. This just looks so pretty. It's a beautiful purple, so that's what we're going to do first. I'm just going in with this Essential Crease brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to start to buff this through my crease. It's literally so pretty. I am completely obsessed with the formula of this palette. Like, the product is just incredible. The pigment in this is absolutely beautiful. But I'm just going to run this through my crease, down that line there. Just get a nice layer of this colour. It is just so beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to blend this out. So the shade that I'm going to use to blend this out with, I'm going to use the exact same brush, but I'm going to use the shade Lilac here, which is a similar kind of tone to this one. It's just a lot more pastel. So I'm going to use that one to start to blend out with. I don't want to blend it too much. Like, I'm not going to spend ages on this because I'm going to add other colours in. It's just we've got a nice start and we're starting as we mean to go on. So this is what it's looking like, and these shades blend out really well, and they just blend together like a dream. Like, they're so nice. Talking about dreams, I'm just going to go in with the shade Dream here, which is just a little bit lighter than that lilac shade that we went in with. And I'm just going to use this more in the inner corner to start blending that out, because I want my inner corner to be brighter and lighter coloured than my outer corner. So just helping to blend that out there. This is now how my eye is looking now. I've done a little bit of blending on that purple, and I've just cleaned off this brush here. This is it 307? Yeah, this is my 307 Real Techniques brush. This is very similar to the other one. It's just a little bit shorter and it's really fluffy. It's just really small to get in for the precision. So I'm going to go into the outer corner now with a darker purple shade, and I kind of want to go in with the shade Rich here. This is a really nice purple, and I feel like it'll contrast really well with these two shades. So this we're going to go in with. We might choose a darker one later on to go in with my like real outer corner, but for now we're just going to build up with this shade. This is really nice. It's got a bit of a cerise kind of tone to it, so it's a little bit of a pinky purple too. And I'm just going to start to apply this into my outer crease there. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, that colour really really complements the other purple. That's really, really pretty. I've just realised I was holding my palette up in front of me like that and it's blocking the light, so I do apologise for that. The good thing about this palette is it has a full-size mirror, so it makes it so much easier for when you're actually applying the product. You can actually see and you've got a really good space to be able to look into. So I'm just going to start to buff this into the other purple and work it from the outer corner towards the centre of my crease. I really like this, it's so pigmented. And it's not even like you have to pack it on either because you don't need that much product with this colour. Okay, I really like that. I want to go back into the shade that we used before, which is called Catch, and I want to just start to blend that up here and make sure we haven't lost that colour just where the edge of that is there, so make sure we've got a nice transition. I want to try be quite light-handed with this because I don't want it to end up looking really messy. I just want it to look like an extra layer and just have a more smooth kind of transition from the darker to the lighter shade. I don't want it to just go like right up to my eyebrow and look really, really messy. I'm just going to really gently buff that over the edge. So that is so stunning. The pigments in this are just absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to do exactly what I did before as well with the lighter shade. So the shade Dream and Lilac just on my very, very outer corner there, just to really get that blend nicely. And then we're going to go with the dark shade again. This time I'm just going to use a Spectrum a Spectrum B07 brush for this, just to get a really nice kind of like fluffy circular motion going on. I feel like this brush is so good for like details. So if you're trying to just get that very edge of it, just really light pressure and just little circles. Really good for blending. I do like a good Spectrum brush. I don't have many though, and I'd really like to increase my Spectrum collection because it's really nice. Another one that I really, really like is So Beauty. I love So Beauty brushes, but they're discontinued. You cannot get them anywhere, so I find it so frustrating that I literally can't get my hands on it. This is how it's looking, and like I said, I want to go in with some darker shades. I really, really like it at the moment, but I really want to start to deepen it up even more and give it a little bit more depth to it. I'm quite happy with that blend there. I might go in a little bit more later on after I've done like my cut crease and stuff, just to make sure I'm happy with the blend, but right now I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a deeper shade. I'm going to go in firstly with the shade Rich that we used before, and then I think I might even go in with the shade Voodoo, which is this one here, which is a really, really, really deep purple. But first we're going to go in with that rich shade and just really emphasise that into my outer corner and make sure that is placed where we want it. I'm using the small 307 brush again, just so I can get that nice placement exactly where I want it. And I'm literally just tapping that in to my outer corner. I really want to try to get that nice and high with that deep colour and really get a good kind of ombre going on. And a little bit through my crease as well, just gonna tap back into that. It's a really nice colour, it's just a little bit more pink. That's why I want to go in with the darker one, just to make sure I've really got that rich kind of purple in there. So that's what I'm going to do next, is go in with that Voodoo shade. Oh no, it's not even Voodoo, it's called You Do. I thought it was Voodoo, but it's You Do as in Y-O-O-D-O-O. I've never heard You Do before, but that's pretty cool. And I'm using a tiny Morph brush here. I don't even know what this is called. It's just one of the Morph bamboo brushes. And I'm just going to grab a really small amount of this, because obviously with it being a dark shade, it's going to be a lot more pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just buffing that right into my corner. Do you know what? That's nice, but it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. So I'm just adding a little bit more. Now that is really, really nice. I'm going to add the touch of black, because I really like the black. It's called Hex, and I use it in my other look, and it's really, really nice. So I'm just adding a touch of that just in my very, very outer corner, and I'm blending that up a little bit. I'm going to grab a clean brush to blend this out a little bit more with now, because I've already got colour on this. So I'm gonna grab the clean one, and I'm just gonna use this one here. This is a Morphe Live with Love brush. It's really, really nice. And I'm literally just gonna start buffing through here, just to make sure the blend between the shades is nice and where we want it. I'm hoping it gives a really nice winged effect with this. So far, I'm really, really liking it. I'm hoping that black there does give a nice kind of like really sharp kind of wing effect. I'm going to go in with the shade Dream again and just go over the edges and just buff that in to make sure that's nice and blended. But so far, I am really, really liking this look. I want to kind of get a bit more of that pinky purple in there as well. Make sure we don't lose any of that effect. Still buffing that same shade in, just trying to get that blend really nice there. To blend with a darker shade, I'm going to go in with a little bit of that rich on the end of this brush and just buff that through my crease. I feel like one of the best parts about when you're doing your eyes is just buffing different shades into each other and just keep going over them and blending them and really getting the shade you want where you want it, and just, yeah, I really enjoy it. I enjoy being able to like play with different shades and just kind of seeing what works with what and what kind of blends well together. So this is currently what it is looking like, which I really, really like. I'm gonna buff this out a little bit, blend it out a little bit more, then I'll be back to probably do a cut crease. I did a bit of blending out. I even added a bit of the Lollipop shading as well, just kind of get a nicer blend. This is how it's looking. It's a really nice kind of like smoky purple. What I'm going to do now is my cut crease. So I'm going to use this base here, which is the P. Louise base in the shade Zero, which is white, is such a good base. And I'm going to grab some of this onto the back of my hand. I'm going to grab a flat brush. So this is where I really like my Soul Beauty brush, because this is a really, really good flat one. And is that what I'm going to grab today? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. So I'm just going to flatten this out. Got some onto the back of my hand, got some onto my brush. And now I'm going to start to get a nice cut crease going. I'm just applying this on my lid. I'll probably do about 3/4 of the way across, maybe even 2/3 of the way across. And then get it right into my inner corner. I feel like if I get it right into the inner corner, it just makes it like a harsher kind of cut crease, and it just looks a lot smoother and just fits in with the eye look a lot more. So that's what it's looking like. And I'm just going to add a little bit more into here, and then I'm going to let it sit and dry for a little bit. And while that dries, so that is pretty much done now. I'm pretty happy with that, with the position of that. And while that dries, I don't want to like open my eye or like blink too much. I'm going to take this off, and then I'm actually going to start to look at colours for my lower lash line. I've just taken the sticker off, and I'm just going to tidy this under here where I've just got a little bit of P. Louise base. But I absolutely love that effect that it's given. It's a really strong purple kind of wing there, and I really, really like that. For my lower lash line, we're going to go in with 2 different shades. The first one is going to be the shade Catch, which is the first one we use. This is going to go on my inner corner. Then for the outer corner, I'm going to use a little bit of You-Do, but I'm going to mix it with the shade Rich. So that's just going towards my outer corner, and we're going to blend all these colours into one line, hopefully. That's what we're going to go for anyway. I'm just going in with a small brush, the Bamboo Small Morphe brush we used earlier on. I'm going to start on my inner corner and really gently buff this on. I feel like the lower lash line really, really completes the look. And I feel like I do say this all the time, but it really does. Really, really helps complete a look and just make everything start to come together. So that's so pretty. I think I definitely chose the right colours. And I'm going to put a little bit of You-Do right in that corner, just a really small amount. And then I'm going in with that shade Rich that we talked about, and that's going to go in the centre to help blend those two together. It's a really, really pretty tone to that shade. I feel like you just cannot fault this palette at all. Every single colour is absolutely beautiful. It's a really, really good size. You can get these in smaller ones, medium ones, large ones. They've got this one, they've got the earthy one, and they've also got the, which other is it? Oh, berries one as well. And they're just beautiful. I really want the other two, but I can't really afford them right now, so I kind of want to get them. Might have to wait like a couple of weeks. but this is what it's looking like. That should like be all nice and dry now. Gonna start to buff some of this dark colour into that cut crease. So we've got a nice smooth transition between the two. I'm gonna be using the 310 Essential Crease brush for this, and I'm gonna tap into Rich first, and I'm just placing that right on the edge of where that cut crease finishes. I want to get a nice blend, so it just kind of like ombres just on the edge of that cut crease, so it ends up being more of a half cut crease by the time we've done this, and then buffing it up a little bit and buffing it out. And then what I'm going to do is go into that darker shade, which is the Voodoo. Just grab a tiny amount of that and just gently place and buff that into that very outer corner. Okay, that's really nice. I love the effect of this. It's really effective. Now I want to go with a little bit of a lighter shade. I think I'm going to use the shade 1993, which is this gorgeous purple here. It's still a nice purple. It doesn't have any pink tones, does this one, but it's a little bit darker than that Catch shade, but it's also lighter than the Voodoo shade. So this is what we're going to go in with, and I'm just going to apply that between that purple there and the eye base. Popping that right on the edge there. I don't want that to go too far into the inner corner there, so I'm grabbing a clean blending brush. I'm just going to use this morph one here because it's quite a nice fluffy one. I'm going in the shade Dream, which is a lightish transition shade, and then I'm kind of like trying to pull that back a little bit, so it's more blending it, just making sure I don't go on to that white too much. I might even use my finger a little bit as well. Okay, I do really like these colours. I feel like they just go so well together. I'm going to use a fluffier one, but with a little bit more shape, because this is really nice, but it just doesn't have as much shape, so I'm going to grab a better brush for it. So I've grabbed a brush from the same brush collection. This one's just a little bit more tapered, so it's just got a little bit of better shape to it. Tapping into that Dream shade again and just blending that up the top. And you should be able to see the difference, how that's more of a bit of an ombre now, going in towards my outer corner. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some shimmers, which is the most exciting part of the video. I'm not going to lie, I really love this part. So it's hard to decide which to go in with. I really like the shade Mystic, which is this gorgeous shimmer here. I might place that on the centre of my lid. I kind of want to leave a little bit of the white because I feel like that'd give a really nice effect. So do you know what? I think I'm going to do that actually. It's either Mystic or Jellies, which are these two. This one's more of a pinky tone and this is more of a silver. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. So this one is Mystic, and I'm just placing this right down the centre of my lid. Oh, that's stunning. Okay, that's really pretty. I'm going to grab a little bit more. These are really creamy shimmers, but they're so shimmery. Really like them. So that's how it's looking. Really like it. I'm actually going to grab a little bit of that Jellies and just do that next to it, just to the right a little bit. Just so I've got that extra toning, so it's a little bit deeper. Ooh, so pretty. I really like that colour. They're really nice together. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of that really dark purple again and just place that right in my outer corner, just to make sure we haven't lost any of that intensity. I'm going in with that really mini brush again from Morphe, tapping off the excess and just making sure we've got that intensity of that darkness. This is using You Do, which is that really dark purple. There we go, it looks like that. I am so obsessed. I really like this look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off camera, do my other eye, and then come back and give you the final result, my final review and all that. I am now back and I've done this eye too. So this is what it looks like. I'm really obsessed. I genuinely really like this eye look. Like I said before, this palette is just flawless. It is absolutely beautiful. I genuinely love this palette so much that I just want to go out and buy the others now. It is just so beautiful. But thank you so much for watching this video. Really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Leave me a lovely little comment of any other palettes or any other products you'd like me to try down below, and make sure you do subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, because it'd mean the absolute world to me. It'd really help us out. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you all have the best day ever, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.